Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, everyone. Previous week we talked about Sotapanna, stream enterer. Sota means the Noble Eightfold Path. Apana means the one who possesses the Noble Eightfold Path. Actually, the Buddha gave the simile of the stream. If somebody is practicing the Noble Eightfold Path, so he or she is on the stream, the stream. So if you stay there, and ultimately you will reach to the ocean. So that means if you practice the Noble Eightfold Path, you will attain Nibbana. So today we'll talk about Sakadagami. One's returner. So the word Sakadagami can be divided into two words, Saka and Agami. Saka means once. Agami means returner. One's returner. It is so called because one's returner, someone who became one's returner, will come back to this world at most one more time. Not more than that. At most one more time. So therefore, thereafter he will attain arahantship. If you become one's returner in this life, so you will return to human existence only one more time, not more than that. So here, Iman Lokan. So this world, what is this world? It is interpreted to me this human world. This world means this human existence. Because we have two interpretations, two opinions regarding with Iman Lokan. So actually, the Buddha just said this world. It can be human existence. It can be human existence as well as six heavenly worlds, six heavenly realms. Some teachers, they take it as a sphere realms. That means it can be human existence as well as six heavenly realms. But according to commentary explanation, this world here means this human existence. It can be both, but interpretation of this world is much more supportive. So here, what is one's returner according to the suttas? In Sanyojana Sutta, the Buddha said that with the utter destruction of three factors, so three factors here is already stated, right? Self-identity view, and clinging to rights and rituals, and doubt. So these are three factors. So three factors are already eradicated by Sotapanna, right? Same. But what the difference between Sotapanna and Sakadagami is this one. With the diminution of lust, hatred, and delusion. So that means continuation of lust, hatred and delusion. Raga, dosa, moha. In other words, lobha, dosa, moha. So that means Sakatagami, once Ratana will insinuate some of the lobha, dosa, moha. So his attachment to his dosa, his mohas are lesser than Sotapanna. That is the difference between one's Ratana and Sotapanna. A bhikkhu is a one Ratana who, after coming back to this world here means human existence, only one more time. We come back only one more time, not more than that. But Sotapanna may come back 7 lifetimes, right? At most 7 lifetimes. So we have one kind of Sotapanna is the one who take only one more life. Ekabhiji, right? Sotapanna. It is similar to one type of Sotapanna. It's called Ekabhiji, the one who has only one more life. But the difference is the diminution of less hatred and delusion. That's the difference, right? So there is one sutta that talk about the life of one's Ratana at the time of the Buddha. And her name is Mikasala. Her father and her uncle both are one's Ratana. Her father no longer have any sexual activities. So that means no more sexual activities. But her uncle stay enjoying with his spouse. But when they died, the Buddha said both of them were born in two-seater heaven. The lady Mikasala is not happy, because her father is no more sexual activities, but her uncle still enjoy, family life. So she complained to Venerable Ananda, why they were born in the same place, two-seater heaven, And the Buddha said, no, you have to remember. You have to remember in such a way, Even though her uncle enjoying sexual activity, but he was born the same as her father. So that is a life of one's Ratana in Pali Canon. But one's Ratana, Sakatagami, has less lobha, dosa, moha than Sotapanna. So that's the difference, Continuation of lust, hatred, and delusion. But of course, as a Sotapanna, his lobha, dosa, moha are not very strong. Even though he have lobha, dosa, moha, so he will not do any unwholesome deed that will cause rebirth in four hofu planes. Okay. There are 5 types of one's Ratana according to commentary. This one also according to commentary. The commentary of Pogala Panyati. When one became a one's Ratana in the human world and take rebirth in the human world and attain final Nibbana there in the human existence. So that means one's Ratana became one's Ratana in human existence. And after he died, he will have a rebirth, he will come back to human world. Okay. And he will become an arahant, final nibbana, one lifetime, right? Only one more life. Another one is one becomes a once returner in human world and take rebirth in the heavenly world and attain final nibbana there. That means he will become an arahant in the heavenly world. So when you look at this one, he even do not come back to the human existence, right? For that reason, some scholars, like Lady Seattle in Myanmar, is one of the famous, well-known Abhidhamma teacher. He considers as Imman Lokan, this world here doesn't mean not just human existence. It means 6 sensory realm, human existence as well as 6 heavenly realms. Then number 3, he became once returner in heavenly world and take rebirth in a heavenly world and attain final nibbana there. So, you may think that the deva in the 6 heavenly realm, they enjoy sensual pleasure all the time. Yes, generally yes. But some of the devas, they do not enjoy sensual pleasures. They are there to practice. Even though they was born as a deva, especially in two-seater heaven. Among the 6 heavenly realms, 6 heavenly deva realms, two-seater heaven is considered the best as far as the Dhamma practice is concerned. Because it is said that some of the bodhisattvas are there. And they are sent Dhamma teachers in the two-seater heaven. If you incline to the Dhamma, you will have chance to listen to the Dhamma in two-seater heaven. My master also want to be born in two-seater heaven. And also one of the famous Burmese men who memorized Tipitaka, Mangala Seattle, is well known in Myanmar, and he also want to go to two-seater heaven because they just want to practice the Dhamma there. So therefore, even the father and uncle of Mikasala, they go to two-seater heaven. So in the 6th chapter, we will have to learn 31 planes of existence. So I'm going to talk about 6 heavenly realms a little bit so that you will know where to go. Which one? There are choices, right? Then you can choose, the realm you like. If you want to come back to human existence, then you can. Actually, here, aspiration is very important. The Buddha said, aspiration. But first of all, you need to have a dana and sila. If you have 2 qualities, dana and sila, you can inspire, you can incline your mind where you want to come. If you want to come back to Singapore, then you just incline your mind. Inspiration. No, not inspiration. Aspiration, right? Aspiration. If you want to go to heaven, you can do so. Actually, you must have 2 qualities. You must be generous and virtuous. These are the 2 qualities. If you want to go to Brahma realm, you must have jhana, jhana, concentration. Okay, here, one became a once returner in heavenly world and take a rebirth in the heavenly world. So we attain final nibbana there. Number 4 is one became a once returner in the heavenly world and take rebirth in the human world. He will come back to the human world and attain final nibbana there. Then the last one One becomes a once returner in human world and take rebirth in heavenly world and will pass the full lifespan there and take rebirth again in human world where one will attain final nibbana. So here is the two places, right? After he died, we'll go to heaven, then enjoy life, then come back to human realm. Then he will attain final nibbana. Final nibbana, hear me. If you become Sotapanna, you will attain nibbana. So that means you just extinguish only three types of defilement in your mind, right? Doubt, clinging to rites and rituals, and identity view. As far as these defilements, your mind is peaceful. That's your nibbana. That's your nibbana. But when you become once returner, your nibbana is much better, right? But when you become non-returner, much better. But arahant, 100%. We can call it final nibbana, right? So here, once returner, only one more, he will come back only one more time. So therefore, in Bhikkhu Bodhi, in his book, he said that it should be noted that whereas the Eka Biji stream enterer, so Eka Biji means the one who has only one more life, one more seat, or one more life, has only one more rebirth. The fifth type of one's returner has two, right? After he dies, he will go to heaven, will come back to human existence, two. Nevertheless, he is still called one's returner because he returns only one more time to once more to the human world. So therefore, commentary tend to explain in this world. In this world, human existence, right? Human existence. We come back to human existence. Okay, any question regarding with the once returner? Question here.
Bhante, since there's 5 types of these once returner, so is there any criteria stated in either the commentary that determines which rebirth you take? Because there's 5 types of rebirth, 5 types, right? Yeah. So is there any criteria stated which type you will be reborn in?
Or which type, right?
Yeah, because now there's 5 options, right?
Yeah. Maybe it depends on, as I earlier said, their inclination. Some people want to enjoy sensual pleasure more, They will go to heaven, right? Just like a Visakha. Visakha is Sotapanna. So Visakha normally want to enjoy sensual pleasures. So therefore, after she died, then she go to heaven. She will go one after another, one heaven after another. She will enjoy. So here also, sun once returner, so they want to attain nibbana at once. So therefore, they will come back to human existence. They will practice. Ultimately, they will become an arahant. So some people may still want to go to heaven, Then they may have a rebirth in heavenly realm. It depends. So therefore, mind is very powerful, right? Manobobingama Dhamma. Mind is forerunner of everything. Therefore, in the suttas, when we talk about dana, the Buddha says that after doing dana, you can inspire where you want to go. If you want to go to Tawadinsa heaven, you can go there. Just about your mind. But of course, the Buddha said that not only dana, you must have a sila as well, sila as well. Okay. Any more question? Okay. Then let's talk about non-returner, anagami. Anagami. Anagami is divided into two words, na and agami. Na means negative, agami means returner. You will not come back. You will not come back. It is so called because non-returner will not come back to this sense-sphere realms. Sense-sphere realms. As he has already eradicated sensory desires. If you become non-returner, you no longer have any craving to sensual pleasures. You no longer have any desire to enjoy sensual pleasures. Because you know that the danger of sensual pleasures. You are enjoying sensual pleasures because you do not know the danger of sensual pleasures. But non-returner no longer have any desire to enjoy sensual pleasures. So therefore, he will not come back to sensory realm. Sensory realm, just like a human realm and 6 heavenly realms. After he dies, if he cannot attain arahantship in this life, he will have a rebirth in Brahma realm. Because no longer have any desire to enjoy sensual pleasures. So therefore, he will not come back. He will not come back. Suppose you take a trip, you go to one place, you don't like that place. So that means you will not go there, right? You will not come to this place again, like that. Non-returner. So the Buddha said that with the utter destruction of 5 lower factors, in Pali we call it Orambhagiya Sanyojana. Utter destruction of 5 lower factors. A bhikkhu is one of the spontaneous birth. Spontaneous birth. So that means a Brahma realm. After you die, you will have a rebirth spontaneously, right away. Right away there. Due to attain final Nibbana there, without returning from this world. So, if the non-returner dies, if he cannot attain arahantship in this life, then he will have a rebirth in the Brahma realm. So ultimately, you will not come back to the sense-sphere realm, you will attain final Nibbana there. So that is a non-returner. So what is 5 lower factors? 3 factors eradicated by stream intara as well as one's returner, right? Another 2 more factors. So altogether 5. So these 5 are called 5 lower factors. Orambhagiya Sanyojana. The reason why we call Orambhagiya, it means factors which can reset a rebirth in the lower existence. So that means 11 sense-sphere realms. If you still have these 5 lower factors in your mind, you will have a rebirth in the lower existences, like 11 sense-sphere realms. You cannot go to Brahma realm. So here, non-returner already removed 5 lower factors, so therefore he will not have a rebirth in the lower existences. He will go to Brahma realm, upper realm. Non-returner remove 2 more factors. Number 1, sensory desire. And number 2, ill. You don't have any desire to enjoy sensual pleasures. If you become Sotapanna, the clothes is not a problem for you, whether they are expensive or cheap, it doesn't matter. Whether they are beautiful or ugly, doesn't matter. Of course, you are not. Your life, as far as the clothes is concerned, your life became modest. Your life became very simple. You know, you will lead simple life, right? We call it minimalism, right? I think Nuratana will practice minimalism. And also the food, will not care. So for Nuratana, he will eat the food just for survival, that's all. No? That's all. He will not enjoy the food. Just to eat for survival, that's all. It's good, right? You don't have any happiness regarding with the place, the food, the clothing, you know. But the problem is, you still have attachment to meditative place. So Nuratana will have attachment to the meditative place. So therefore, to look at the life of Nuratana, so we can see the life of Nandamata at the time of the Buddha. So Nandamata normally left to do chanting. She normally chant Paranavaga from Sotanipada in her veranda, in her house veranda. And she left to meditate. She attained jhanas. And there are 7 qualities of Nandamatas are mentioned in the suttas. One of them is her son was arrested for no reason by the government officers. And they killed her son without any reason. Her mind is not agitated. Her mind is stable because she is Nuratana. And also, her husband, after he died, he was born as a yakka. Yakka is a kind of ghost. Sometimes we call it Oka, yakka. She see her husband as a yakka. When you see your mother or father, your husband, as a ghost, how you will feel it? You feel happy, right? A happiness will come. But Nandamata, her mind is stable because she knows all beings are owner of their own karma. She can accept it because she is Nuratana, right? Even though she had such, a happy, happy news and also happy things in her life, so her mind is stable and her mind is not changed, not wavering. So this is a quality of the Nuratana. Here, sensory desire for Nuratana, food, clothing, the places, everything, not important. So I think Nuratana will lead to simple life. Probably Nuratana, if he have a chance, he or she will become monks or nuns. And also no evil. Evil means a kind of dosa, a kind of anger. So even Nandamata, right? Even though she see that her son is arrested and killed, no anger, no evil, right? Therefore, I always say that if you want to know whether if somebody claim, I am Nuratana, trying to make him or her angry. Still he is angry, then Nuratana. Eh? That's very important, right? Okay. 2, right? Two more factors. Question about non-returner? Okay.
Hi, Bhante. Why is there an emphasis on spontaneous reborn? Because I think generally Theravada Buddhism believe that our rebirth is spontaneous, as opposed to like some of the Tibetan, like 49 days or how many days that there is a transition phase. Is there any significance when in the book is highlighted that non-returner is spontaneously reborn in this fine material realm?
Yeah, actually it is not connected with 49 days or 7-day theory. 7-day theory. So that means Pali, I think it is a idiom, one of the idiom in Pali. So if somebody became non-returner, he will have a rebirth in the Brahma realm spontaneously, right away. In Pali, we call it opapatika. Opapatika means you don't need to go through rebirth process like a human being, right? As a human being, we have a rebirth in the mother's womb. So here, spontaneous opapatika means it can be being born as a ghost, being born as a deva in the 6th heavenly realm. So they are there right away. Just like that. So here, it indicates rebirth in the Brahma realm. So they was born right away. So, of course, in Buddhism, we have the theory of 49 days, and especially Theravada Buddhism, 7 days. Within 7 days, within 49 days, our spirit, our consciousness is going and finding a mother to have a rebirth like that. Maybe that one, maybe we'll discuss later. When we are talking about death, I will talk about it in details. So here, spontaneous rebirth here means right away, If you are non-returner, as soon as you die, you will have rebirth there right away. Yeah. Okay, any question? Okay, no question. Then let's talk about arahantship, arahant. We call it arahant. Thailand, they call it ahat. Arahant comes from arahat. So now, before our class, we normally chant Namo Tassa, right? Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato. Arahato. The Buddha is an arahant, no? So it's very important to note because there is significant difference between the Buddha and arahant. We normally try to differentiate between the Buddha and arahant in the commentary literatures. But in the Pali Canon, very simple, the Buddha also one of the arahant. So by looking at the definition here, you will know, you will know. So the word arahat in Pali is defined in many ways in the commentaries, especially in Visuddhimagga. So the more I will take out only two, the most popular definitions, only two. So the first one, arahat means the one who utterly remote and far away from all defilements. If somebody became an arahant, for him, defilements and negative mental states are very far, far, far away. So that means, it is to say, metaphorical usage. That means no defilement in his mind. Whether the Buddha or disciples or men or women here, if you become an arahant, defilement very far away. So that means defilements cannot come to your mind. You already eradicated all the defilements, all the factors. 100%, 100%. In Theravada Buddhism, there's no concept of whether it's a Hinayana or Mahayana. Whether you practice Hinayana, a lesser vehicle, or Mahayana, greater vehicle. No concept. There's only one yana. Only one yana. That is the Noble Eightfold Path. So if you practice the Noble Eightfold Path, whether you are a man or woman, whether you are poor or rich, whether you are beautiful or ugly, it doesn't matter. If you take the vehicle or the Noble Eightfold Path, you will become an arahant. So therefore, the Buddha knew the Four Noble Truths. Then he destroyed all the defilements. Then also you know the Four Noble Truths, you destroy all the defilement. Your enlightenment, the enlightenment of the Buddha are the same. The bliss of Nibbana, what the Buddha got, and the bliss of Nibbana, what you got, no different. So therefore, the Buddha said that there's only one taste in Buddhism. In the Dhamma Vinaya, in Buddhism, there's only one taste. That is the taste of liberation. Your mind will be liberated from negative mental state. Your mind will be liberated from defilements. That is the taste, in Buddhism. So here, one definition of arahami, the one who utterly remote and far away from all defilements. And second definition is arahami is the one who is worthy of the best offering in the world and worthy to be honored by gods and men. If somebody became an arahant, he or she is worthy of the best offering in the world and also worthy to be honored by gods and men. Because you think about it, you don't have any dosa in your mind. You don't have any lobha in your mind. You don't have any moha in your mind. So you are all the time peaceful. So you're worthy of honor by gods and men. That's the two definition. Another definition is arahami, the one who do not do any evil deed, even in secret place. Very meaningful, right? Normally, man trying to do unwholesome things in a secret place when people are not noticed, But when you become an arahant, whether you stay in the town or in the village or in the forest, no more unwholesome deed. That is definition of arahant. So we have, actually in Visuddhimagga, we have 5 definitions are mentioned. So let's talk about what the Buddha taught in the Pali Canon. In Sanyojana Sutta, in many other sutta, the Buddha state the same, the same lines, the same one. With the distraction of the taints, we have 3 types of taints, right? The taints of existence, the taints of sensual pleasures, and the taints of ignorance. 3 types of taints. So here, normally in Pali Canon, the Buddha used different usage, just to explain the same things, the same things. By talking about 3 things, it can be 10 factors, it can be 10 defilements, With the distraction of taints, a bhikkhu has realized for himself with the direct knowledge in this very life, the taintless liberation of the mind. Your mind is free from taints. Liberation by wisdom. You have wisdom. Wisdom here means knowing the Four Noble Truths. And having entered upon it, he dwells in it. So that is the definition of arahantship in the Pali Canon. So, Arahant eradicate the 5 subtle factors. 5 subtle factors. Number 1, lust for 5 materials. Non-returner state of attachment to 5 material jhanas, the bliss of jhana meditations, as well as state of attachment to the life of Brahma. You want to be born in the Brahma realm. But if somebody became an Arahant, he have the right view, right understanding that 31 planes of existence are impermanent, therefore they are non-safe, therefore they are suffering. Anicca dukkha anatta. Non-returner state of attachment to the Brahma existence, Brahma realm, because he still have ignorance, avijja, not knowing the Brahma realm is impermanent, suffering, and non-safe. But somebody who became an Arahant, he no longer have any ignorance regarding with Brahma realms. That all planes of existence are impermanent, suffering, and non-safe. So therefore, he do not have any craving, even the higher Brahma realms. He also do not have any craving to the bliss of meditation. No craving, Even the bliss of meditation is impermanent, impermanent. It will arise, then disappear, like that. So, for that reason, no longer have lust or craving for 5 materials. And also, including immaterial jhanas and immaterial realms. And also conceit, mana. In next chapter, I will talk about the definition of mana in details. It is a comparing mind. So you're trying to compare. Normally, human mind trying to compare, most of the time. You compare with other people, you compare with other things, right? Like that, comparing mind, based on lobha. When you are seeing somebody on the street, you're trying to compare, comparing mind is mana, mana, whether they are higher or lower, whether they are richer or poorer. You're trying to compare. Comparing with the wisdom is okay, it's not in mana. Comparing based on ego, comparing based on lobha is mana. But here, Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, they eradicate stronger part of mana. But they have a very gentle and subtle part of mana. I will talk about the life of Venerable Anuruddha. And Venerable Anuruddha is the cousin of the Buddha. And he, as soon as, not long after he ordained as a Buddhist man, he became non-returner. And he used to enter jhanas, and he used to attain supernatural power, trying to remember many past life, and he trying to see the life of other beings. We call it Deva Chakku, right? Divine eye. He have divine eye. He trying to sharpen his divine eyes because he have a curiosity to know his past life as well as the life of other people. As a non-returner. And he thought that if I practice vipassana, I will become Arahant easily. So therefore, thinking that he trying to sharpen his divine eye, and he trying to stay with jhana as well as the abhinyana. The one day he want to become an arahant, so therefore he practice, but he couldn't become an arahant. He have a lot of difficulty to become an arahant. Earlier he think becoming arahant for him is easy, but now so much difficulties. Then he approached Venerable Sariputta. Bhante, I am non-returner. I can see thousands of my past life. I make a lot of effort, but I couldn't become an arahant. The reason why. Then Venerable Sariputta said that I can see thousands of my past life. That's mana. That's mana, very subtle one, right? He is not even comparing with other people. He kind of, he have maybe a subtle part of mana in his mind. If I practice vipassana meditation, I can become around easily, This is also a kind of mana. This is also a kind of mana, a very subtle one, right? So then Venerable Sariputta said that even though I make a lot of effort, I couldn't become. Why? That is restlessness in his mind, restlessness. Then Venerable Anuruddha trying to, adjust all these one, trying to overcome all these one, then ultimately he became an arahant. So that therefore, can see, mana is very, a subtle part of, defilements. You can look at yourself, right? Normally you trying to compare people next to you like that, right? Comparing mind is all the time happening in our life. So we have to be very careful, If you compare with other people based on your lobha or ego, then it will make you a lot of problem, lot of problem. Then another one is restlessness. Restlessness is the opposite of concentration, right? Concentration. Of course, non-returner, very powerful concentration. But Sotapanna and Sakadagami, less powerful. Because of that, Sotapanna and Sakadagami cannot enter cessation attainment. Only non-returner and arahant, only two individuals can enter cessation attainment. Because it needs a lot of concentration. Now, of course, the last one is ignorance. Even though somebody became non-returner, still have ignorance in his mind. Ignorant means not knowing Four Noble Truth fully, fully. So that means he have attachment to meditative bliss or attachment to the life of Brahma because of ignorance. Not knowing the life of the Brahma is impermanent, suffering, and non-self. Because of attachment, right? Ignorance. So these are the 5 subtle matters. If you want to become an arahant, you need to remove. Similarly, if you want to have a higher and also higher, if you want to have a quality life, you need to remove this one, You need to remove this one. You need to have, you need to reduce the amount of craving, Craving to even like a fame, popularity, even like a, favor, like craving to favor like that. If you want to have a quality of life, you need to reduce the amount of comparing mind based on ego, You need to increase your concentration, which are opposite of restlessness. you need to trying to develop and cultivate wisdom with opposite of ignorance, right? So these are called Uttambhagiya Sanyojana because they are factors which can reset a rebirth in the upper existence. That means the Brahma realms. The Brahma realms are higher. If you have these 5 factors in your mind, you will have a rebirth in the Brahma realm. So, upper existence. We call it Uttambhagiya Sanyojana. In one of the sutta in Samdha Nikaya, the Buddha said that whether in a village or forest, in a valley or on the plain, wherever the arahants dwell is truly a delightful place. Delightful place. That means whatever arahant stays, whether they are forest, on the village or city, it is a delightful place. Okay, so this is the life of arahant. Any question for that? Okay.
Bhante, you mentioned God and man in these Arahant slides. So what is the definition of God in Buddhism, and what are their functions in the Buddhist cosmology?
The God comes from Pali word Deva. Deva means the one who have light, a lot of light. Normally the Deva, when they came down to the human existence, so their body is emitting a lot of light, right? So in the Mangala Sutta, when anonymous Deva, even the anonymous, not very powerful, not a very powerful one, even anonymous Deva came down to the Jetavana monasteries. The whole compound was full of light, full of light. That's a Deva. So here the Deva can be the Deva from 6 heavenly realms, and also here the Brahma also considered as a Deva because the Brahma also they have a lot of light, right? The more, the higher their light became brighter. So that means the Deva it can be the Deva in 6 heavenly realms, and the Brahma in the 20 Brahma realms. So that means when somebody becomes an arahant, he is worthy of honor by God and man. So the Deva can be some powerful Deva in living in the human realm as well. So there are some powerful Deva even in the human realm. So it can be like that. So actually the Devas are just like individual. They are doing their job, right? They are doing their job. They are also a kind of sentient being, right? According to Buddhism, God here doesn't mean not to worship. You don't need to worship, no? You don't need to worship. So they are also like you, one of the sentient being in 31 planes of existence. Okay, any question? One question. Okay.
Bhante, when Sakadagami passed away and reborn into the human world, she has to start all over again from Sopatana, Sakadagami again, or in his next rebirth as a human, how does he progress?
Because once Ratana, when he was born as a human being, and he will be once Ratana, then he will develop higher quality, then ultimately he will become an arahant. So no need to start from all over, from the beginning. Yeah. Okay. No question, right? Now we talk about Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, and Arahant. Therefore, we call it four pair, right? Four pairs. The one who is on the path to become Sotapanna, we call it Sotapatti Magga, right? Magga means the path. On the path. As a Puthojana, you cannot call you are on the path, right? So there will be certain level. There will be certain level of understanding regarding with nature dukkha anatta, right? In other words, Four Noble Truths. When you read that level, you are sure to become Sotapanna, right? Like that. Okandika Sanyota in Samdha Nikaya. Actually, I quoted some of the sutta, right? Okay, so why no functional consciousness in Lokottara Chaita, supramundane Chaitas? In the supramundane Chaita, we have only 4 Magga Chaitas and 4 Phala Chaitas. Altogether, 8, right? Magga Chaita is considered as a Kusala, wholesome Chaitas. And Phala Chaita is considered as a Rasadan Chaitas. But here, we don't have Kriya Chaita, functional Chaita, right? We don't have functional. You got the point, right? In Lokottara Chaita, supramundane consciousness, we have 8 Chaitas, 4 Magga Chaitas. 4 Magga Chaitas are considered uttered into Kusala Chaitas, right? Kusala Chaita. We have another 4 Phala Chaitas are uttered into Rasadan. So they are the result of Sotapatti Magga, right? Sotapatti Magga. But we don't have Kriya Chaita. Normally, when you look at Rupa Chaita, Arupa Chaita, 3 types, right? Kusala, Vipaka, Kriya. But here in Lokottara, you have only 2. Kusala and Vipaka. No Kriya Chaita. Why? There is no functional consciousness or Kriya Chaita in unwholesome Chaitas, as well as supramundane Chaitas. So when you look at Akusala Chaita, right? No Kriya Chaita. But when you look at Ahituka Chaita, there is a Kriya Chaita, right? Then when you look at Sobana Sararana, there is a Kriya Chaita. And also when you look at Rupa and Arupa, there is a Kriya Chaitas. But here, supramundane Chaita, Lokottara Chaita, there is no Kriya Chaitas. Why? First of all, you need to know functional consciousness arises only in the minds of Arahants and the Buddha. Functional consciousness, Kriya Chaitas, arises only in the minds of Arahant and the Buddha. You need to know that. But of course, there is 2 Chaitas, 2 Kriya Chaitas that arise in everyone's mind. What are these? Panchadvara, mind door adverting and 5 door adverting. These are 2 Kriya Chaita that arise in everyone's mind, even to you, right? Even to you. So the rest of the 80 Kriya Chaitas arises only in Arahant and the Buddha. Okay. Why we don't have that? First of all, any type of Akusala Chaita does not arise in Arahants. Arahant no longer have any Akusala Chaitas, so therefore there's no functional consciousness in Akusala Chaitas. Then second one, if, actually in Supra Mundane Chaita, Lokottara Chaita, there's no Kriya. Why? That's the reason why. If an Arahant perform wholesome actions, when Arahant do good things, the state of mind occurs by the time. It's called functional consciousness. Functional consciousness. As far as mundane Chaitas are concerned. Suppose if Arahant is teaching, we cannot call Kusala Chaita. We call Kriya Chaita. Kriya Chaitas. As a Puthojana, we call it Kusala Chaita. Right? I'm teaching, called Kusala Chaitas. But I'm teaching sometime based on Akusala Chaita, right? Sometimes I may be teaching based on Akusala Chaita. Suppose I want to get popularity. I want to be popular in MV. Therefore, I'm teaching. So my Kusala Chaita may be based on Lobha, right? Lobha. Then sometime I want to share my knowledge to Singaporean. That is not based on Lobha, right? Not based on Lobha. Based on loving kindness and compassion. Based on Alobha, Adosa, right? Amoha. So it can be two, the teachings of Puthojana can be two reasons, two reasons. Sometimes because of Lobha, because of Dosa, because of Moha. Sometimes because of Alobha, Adosa, Moha. But when Arahant is teaching or share the Dhamma, he just do out of compassion. There's no hidden agenda for the Buddha, for the Arahant. So he will not need any popularity, he will not need any material offering like that. So therefore, you see that 45 years, the Buddha spent 45 years, right? Just to share the Dhamma, the Four Noble Truths, out of compassion to the sentient being, right? That is called Kriya Chaita, functional consciousness. Functional consciousness means your actions, wherever you do, your speech, your bodily actions, your mind, free from ignorance and craving, free from Lobha, Dosa, Moha, right? Lobha, Dosa, Moha. Functional consciousness, functional consciousness. So that means here, when Arahant and the Buddha do good things, whether he's teaching, whether he is cleaning the room, or cleaning the temple compound, or chanting, all these based on functional consciousness. We cannot call Kusala Chaitas. So whenever Arahant and the Buddha do good things, we call it Kriya Chaita, Kriya Chaita. As far as mundane Chaita is concerned, Magga Chaitas are counted as a Kusala Chaitas according to Abhidhamma. Kusala Chaita according to Abhidhamma. According to Abhidhamma, each Magga Chaita arises only one time. According to Abhidhamma, only one time. If Sotapaddi Magga Chaita arises, it will eradicate three factors once and for all. Once and for all. No? So that means when somebody becomes an Arahant, he will eradicate all the factors, all the defilements, once and for all. Right? According to Abhidhamma. If Arahata Magga Chaita arises one more time, according to Bdmv, Arahata Magga Chaita also arises only one time, only one time. As soon as Arahata Magaccheta arises, all the defilements are eradicated. You don't need to have one more Arahata Magaccheta, you know? As soon as you have Arahata Magaccheta, all the defilements in your mind will be eradicated, removed. No need to have another Arahata Magaccheta, no? So therefore, if Arahata Magaccheta arose one more time, supramundane functional chetas. So that means Arahata Kriya Chetas, we can call it. Arahata Kriya Cheta will arise in the minds of Arahant. So that means if you have Arahata Magaccheta according to Abhidhamma, all the defilement in your mind will be eradicated. You don't need another Arahata Magaccheta, you know? It arises only one time. Then eradicate all the defilement once and for all. But suppose if we still need another one more Arahata Magaccheta, we can call it Kriya Cheta, right? Kriya Cheta. But here, no need. So therefore, in Lokottara Cheta, we don't have Kriya Cheta because we don't need another Arahata Magaccheta, you know? Right? We don't need it. You got the point? It's very complicated, you know? You got the point? Not yet. It's very, very difficult. Maybe I will give you one more explanation. Suppose you yourself, you know, consider yourself. You already became an Arahant. Then you are teaching. You are doing good things, right? Kusala karma. You're doing good things. But even though you're doing good things, we cannot call Kusala Cheta. As you are an Arahant, we call it Kriya Cheta, you know, functional consciousness. You are teaching without any Lobha Dosa Moha, right? If you are teaching based on Lobha Dosa Moha, you are not Arahant. Right? If you are teaching based on Lobha Dosa Moha, then you are Chetas called Kusala Cheta, you know, Kusala Cheta. As an Arahant, you no longer have any Lobha Dosa Moha, right? Therefore, whatever you do will be called Kriya Cheta, functional consciousness. You just do it because it is beneficial for the many people, right? You just do it. You just function it. Then you already become an Arahant, right? Now, you are trying to become an Arahant. Because of your effect, right effect, then you have a Arahata Magaccheta. So Arahata Magaccheta. As soon as you have Arahata Magaccheta, all the defilements in your mind will be eradicated, removed. So only one more time, no? All the defilement in your mind will be removed once and for all. You don't need another Arahata Magaccheta. You don't need second Arahata Magaccheta, right? You don't need it. Because even one Arahata Magaccheta will destroy all, once and for all, right? Once and for all. Then that is the one part. Another part is, if Arahata Magaccheta arrives second time, now you are already Arahant, right? Now you are already an Arahant. Suppose, that is just a metaphorical usage. Suppose if Arahata Magaccheta arose in your mind for the second time, then that Arahata Magga Chaita can be called Kriya Chaita. Right? Kriya Chaita. Because it arises in Arahant, no? In Arahant. So, Arahata Magga Chaita arose in Arahant mind for the second time. We can call second one as a Kriya Chaita, right? Kriya Chaita. Because it arises in Arahant's mind. So here, we don't need to have another Arahata Magga Chaita. For that reason, there's no way to have Kriya Chaita in Arahant's mind. Arahant's mind. Okay, anyone who want to volunteer to explain on behalf of me? On behalf of me, because some people may have a better explanation. Anyone who want to explain? It doesn't matter whether you're wrong, I can correct.
Can I clarify the first
You can,
paragraph and second?
sorry?
Can I clarify the first two paragraphs?
No need to use my paragraph, just your understanding. How, yeah, you try. How you understand.
So from your explanation, this is what I understand.
Okay.
If Magga Chitta arises for the first time,
Arahata, no, only this one. Arahata Magga.
can I link the first one and the second one together? This is my understanding.
Okay.
When Magga Chitta arises for the very first time, it will eradicate all defilements. And because it eradicate all the fetters once and for all,
Okay.
all right, this person is actually either on the path or the fruit of Arahant. And therefore, if it arises for the second time, we will call this Arahata Mata Chitta. And the definition for this second time arising, we, instead of calling it Magga Chitta, we call it Kriya Chitta.
No.
No, wrong.
No. If somebody who
best
want
I
to
can
try,
do.
it's okay. Thank you. Anyone want to explain? It's okay whether you're wrong or who want to try. You don't want, huh? No need to worry. He's brave, huh? Okay. I think need to explain. Sandra, you want to explain? It is very a little bit complicated. Okay. Suppose we will go one by one, no? First part, Magga Chaita, any Magga Chaita, We have 4 Magga Chaita, right? Any Magga Chaita will arise only one time, according to Bdmv, no? According to Bdmv. So when Magga Chaita arise, it will eradicate respective factors or defilements once and for all. Suppose Sotapaddi Magga Chaita will eradicate 3 factors, right? What are the 3? Doubt, clinging to rights and rituals, and self-identity view, right? Self-identity view. So these 3 factors will not rise again in the mind of Sotapanna, right? So the function of Sotapaddi Magga Chaita will do that, right? And the other factor will still arise in Sotapanna, right? And second Magga Chaita, Sakadagami Magga Chaita, will not remove any other factors, but it will attenuate Lobha Dosa Moha, right? As far as removal of factors, once Ratana is the same with the Sotapaddi Magga, right? Only 3. But it will reduce the amount of Lobha Dosa Moha, right? Then non-Ratana, Anagami Magga Chaita, will remove another 2 more factors, sensory desire and ewi, right? Ewi. So sensory desire and ill will are removed with Arahata Magga, Anagami Magga Cheta. They will not arise again. They will not arise again. They are removed once and for all, right? Then Arahata Magga Cheta will remove all type of factors and all type of defilements. Technically, five more higher factor, right? Higher factor. So, according to Abhidhamma, as soon as Arahata Magga Cheta arise, right after that, we will have Arahata Phala Cheta, right? Arahata Phala Cheta. So that means, according to Abhidhamma, here I will say according to Abhidhamma, not according to Suttas. Huh? According to Abhidhamma, Arahata Magga Cheta will arise only one time, not second time, not third time, no? Of course, Arahata Phala Cheta can arise many times. But Magga Cheta will arise only one time. As soon as Arahata Magga Cheta arise, all the factors are removed. All the defilements are eradicated, right? Once and for all. They will not arise in your mind again. That is the function of Arahata Magga, right? Arahata Magga. Another thing is, Arahata Magga Cheta is always counted as a Kusala Chetas. Kusala Cheta in Abhidhamma, right? Kusala Cheta in Abhidhamma. So that means, when you become an Arahant, you will not have any Magga Cheta, Arahata Magga Cheta. Arahata Magga Cheta will not arise second time, you know? No need, right? No need. That's the point. So therefore, if you become an Arahant, so there will not be second type of Arahata Magga Cheta. Because it's no need, right? No need. You already remove all the defilement in your mind. If Arahata Magga Cheta arose here, I use the word conditional clause, you know? Arose. If Arahata Magga Cheta arose one more time in the minds of Arahant, supramundane functional consciousness will arise in the minds of Arahant. If Arahata Magga Cheta arose for the second time, that second Arahata Magga Cheta will be called Kriya Cheta. Kriya Cheta. Maybe I will give you another example. Suppose Mahakusala, right? I'm in teaching, then I have a Mahakusala Cheta. My Kusala Cheta is called Mahakusala, right? Because I'm in Buddhojana. Then tonight, I'm practice Vipassana meditation. Suppose I became an Arahant. I became an Arahant. Then tomorrow, or next week, I will come and teach as an Arahant. I'm doing the same thing, but my consciousness is no more, cannot be called as a Kusala. Mahakriya. Right? Mahakriya. The same kind of good deed, you know, the same kind of good deed, the same kind of teaching, you know. Today, as a Buddhojana, my good deed is called Mahakusala. Then within 1 week, I practice Vipassana meditation, then I became an Arahant. But next week, I came and teach. Same thing, you know. Even you may not notice. I'm teaching the Dhamma, but my wholesome deed or good deed cannot be called Mahakusala. As I am an Arahant, my mind is called Mahakriya. So if I am an Arahant, I will teach without any lobha, dosa, moha. Even somebody make me angry, I will not no anger, right? I'm just doing it because it's good to do, good to do. So that means good deed can arise many times, right? As an arahant. So therefore, it is called Mahakriya. If I am Buddhojana, Sotapanna, Saganagami, then my good deed is called Mahakriya, Mahakusala, right? Mahakusala. So the same good deed can arise in the minds of arahant, but we call it Mahakriya, right? Mahakriya. But here, if you attain Arahata Magga Chaitas, all the defilement in your mind will be removed and eradicated once and for all. Once and for all. You don't need to remove defilement in your mind again. So that means you don't need to have another Arahata Magga Chaita again. Arahata Magga Chaita is Kusala Chaita, right? Arahata Magga is Kusala Chaita, like a Mahakusala, right? Mahakusala over there. But here, Arahata Magga Chaita is Kusala Chaitas. If Arahata Magga Chaita arose in Arahant mind for the second time, we have to call that second type of Arahata Magga Chaita as Mahakriya. Because it arises in the Arahant's mind, right? Arahant's mind. Right now, Arahata Magga Chaita do not arise for the second time. So for that reason, in Lokuttara Chaita, there's no way to have Kriya Chaita. Okay, anyone who want to explain? Because I think anyone? I think many of you understand. Because it's very hard to explain, this one is okay. I think time is up, so we'll talk about maybe if you are not clear, then just listen again. I hope you understand. Okay, so that's all. Let's call it a day. But next week, you're trying to digest 89 type of chaitas. Trying to digest because it is important for your study for the next chapter. Yo varatam bhavaro manu jesu sakya muni bhagava kata kecho palavidiya samangi Tan sukatan saranata upemi ragavi ragamaninjamasokan dhammamasankata mapatikulan Madhurami mampaku nansuvipatan Dhammami mansara natamupemi Yatacha dena mahapalamahu Chatu susisu purisa yugesu Atacha bogala Dhamma dasate Sangami mansara Natamupemi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you.